Life keeps keeping on. Hello, it's Icy, and I'm back with my second live, video. If you caught the last one, link up in the corner, was recorded in July, mid-July, and it's basically a video diary of my thoughts and feelings for the last 6 months before that. I'm recording this so that I can look back in a couple of years or 10 years or 6 months and see what I was thinking and feeling at the time. I'm very bad at recording an actual physical diary. It's not something I've ever done. It just doesn't work. So I thought I'd actually do it face to face. So last month, it is going COVID-19 is going considerably more sideways in Victoria. Victoria is not doing well, the city of Melbourne specifically. They've gone into stage 4 lockdown, which means basically you may not leave your house except for medical work. You have to have a signed piece of paper saying that you have to leave your house for work, that you cannot work from home. There is a curfew. All children are back learning from home. Universities have gone off-site again. The whole thing. There is a reasonable amount of unknown transmission through the community that can't be contact traced because there's too much. So Melbourne is going a bit, and wider Victoria, definitely going a bit pear-shaped, so to speak. So I live in New South Wales, though, which is the state to the north of that, in Sydney, which is the most populous city in Australia. We are, I don't know, it feels like, up until now, it feels like we've been hanging on by the skin of our teeth. But just even in the news today, there's been a couple of cases where they've been unable to contact trace back to a known cluster. If that keeps going, that does imply that there is community spread that is unknown, which is a real problem. So wear a mask. So pretty much from now, in fact from the last 3 weeks, if I leave the house to go any further than the shops next door, I wear a mask. And even if I'm just popping to the shops next door, it's like, no, yes, I will stand 1.5 meters distant from you. So my sphere is very limited. Mr. Icy is still working at home. He did have to go into the city like one day, two weeks ago, to pick up a replacement work laptop because his battery was about to explode. Well, it was swelling disturbingly. But yeah, and the kids are still at school doing school things, which is fine. But yeah, so on that side of things, it's much the same. Yeah, it still feels like, the situation is getting a lot worse in Victoria. Borders have closed completely to Queensland. Mr. Icy's family lives in Queensland, and some of mine does. And Mr. Icy's dad is on and off very unwell, so he's had to go up once to help out after he came out of hospital. So at this stage, if that happens again, there's like not even compassionate exemptions right now for people from Sydney. Don't know what happens there if something goes a bit wobbly in that direction. So that's that side of things. On the other side of things, on the streaming internet type side of things, I, along with Tamriel Down Under, got to be on QuakeCon at home over the weekend. This weekend just gone. Thank you to everybody who checked that out. That was amazing. There'll be a link in the description below to where our part of the stream starts on the Bethesda channel, and hopefully that'll be up for a while. I'm planning to basically some way record that. I'll probably just like play it on my computer and like record it in OBS and then upload it probably to the Tamriel Down Under channel. I need to check legals and that's okay and all the rest of it as well to make sure that that's an acceptable thing to do. But I want to keep that because I'm really proud. The world situation is very weird and it's not great, and I would rather this not be happening. But I've got to say, there is no way we would have been involved in something as big as QuakeCon because QuakeCon would have been physically in the US and we wouldn't have been there. So I am grateful for that opportunity. Very, very grateful. And yeah, thanks to everybody who's come and said hello on my Twitch channel after that as well, which has been wonderful. Additionally to that, right now, I'm in the middle of fundraising for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, currently known as JDRF, because diabetes is not just a juvenile disease. You can be diagnosed with type 1 at any age. My daughter has type 1 diabetes and has since she was 6. She's now 12. So it has been a big part of our lives for a long time now, and it will be forever, unless there's a cure. And whether that's a full cure, which seems very unlikely, honestly. There might be one day a functional cure where through technology she just doesn't have to think about it anymore. And so I every year raise money for JDRF, and some super generous people have been wonderfully generous so far and helped my fundraising for that. So there's a link to that in the description as well. If you have some spare cash, please do click it. It's run through a third party, so it doesn't go to me, it goes to the charity. You will get receipts and it will be tax deductible and all that good stuff. So if you have some spare, I realize this is not the best time to be fundraising for anybody, but thank you. Even if you just socialize the link, that would be amazing too. So it's only been a month since the last update, where the first video was covered 6 months. So this one's considerably shorter, but yeah, life is still lifing, pretty much would be the sum of it. We're still getting on, keeping on. So how's your stuff going? You going all right? You doing all right at the moment? I hope so. I hope it's all right to not do much. It's okay just to bring that circle in a little closer. It's all right. It's okay right now. The world is weird. This is not a holiday. The world is very weird and it's not a holiday. So don't feel pressured into treating it like one. But thanks very much for watching. Come follow me over on twitch.tv/ICYIC, where I stream 4 days a week, and I'd love to see you there. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.